Leadership fails, and many of us as leaders fails. Many of our leaders fail, but that's the way God intended it because He wants to make sure that our leaders, if they're wise, maintain their place at the altar. Adam had dominion over the whole earth, but he failed. He failed to protect his bride, which is something that Jesus never did. Um, Cain and Abel fought. Cain failed as a leader, as the firstborn, to engage in proper worship. We look at Noah. He got drunk. He failed. After all his success, he failed. And sometimes leaders always fail, often fail after success. We can look at Abraham, very complex situation in that he was failing, but he was succeeding at the same time, succeeding in business, as rich as a king. In fact, he battled kings to rescue his neighbor Lot. But he failed both in bringing forth the child God intended, and he also failed because at the end, he and Sarah were separate because he allowed her to be trespassed by Pharaoh to save his own skin. When he had his son Isaac, there was something wrong with Isaac because the children were poor. They fought over porridge. There was no servant to get them food. We look at Jacob. We know how he failed. Yet still, of all his treachery, it is the name God gave him, Israel. That is the representative nation of those who are chosen by God to be ministers. We look at Moses. He failed to see the promised land. He failed as a murderer. He was a murderer. We can look at all those judges, all the other kings, David, Solomon, great failure. He split the kingdom in half. It doesn't matter who you look at, the disciples, even the bad people who were leaders. Judas, he failed by not himself submitting and admitting that he's wrong. Satan himself was a choir leader, and he fails daily because he won't bend the knee. If you're a leader, and you are a leader, even if no one's around you, you're a leader over your own soul, over your own spirit. And even if you fail, and you will fail on a daily basis, you will come up short, but the righteous man gets up 7 times. Leaders fail, but fall, I should say. And leaders fail also. But failure is nothing but experience. And if we experience by being failures, by being incomplete as God intended us to, and realize that these failings are so that we may seek Him out, if we do these without failings, it is such a great thing. It is beauty in action. It's what we intended to do, to seek God in our failures. Leaders fail because they were intended to get better.